Are you aware that some places they wrote the exams till about 11:30? Are you aware?
I'm not aware, sir.
You're not aware. So if we show proof, will you admit?
No, even without showing proof, if you say so, because I know a lot of things went wrong.
Okay.
So I will
Okay.
not.
You have admitted that a lot of things went wrong.
Yes.
We are here to establish what are the things that went wrong. Waec is also not limited to Nigeria, am I correct? West
right,
Africa.
sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Which other country did the candidates write exams by 11 p.m.? Which other country?
I am not aware of any because
Except Nigeria.
to the best of my knowledge.
So
yes.
it's only in Nigeria.
To the best of my
Good.
knowledge, yes.
Good. So that is very easy to find. It is a collapse of whatever, logistics or gross incompetence. Am I correct? You have more than one country, 2, 3, 4 countries, and it's only in Nigeria that they had to write the exams by 11 p.m. So other countries did very well in managing their logistics. In Nigeria, we failed. Admitted? Okay. Is it a fact, sir, that environment could affect the performance of a child in class? It's true. The environment you operate in. In my village, there is no electricity. Not even in my own house, talk less of the school. Are you also aware that some people left for the examinations without food? They were hoping that when they finish writing the exams, they will get back to their houses to help their parents cook the dinner for that day. How will a small child, a candidate, wait until 11 on hungry, empty stomach, and the person will be assessed at the same level with the man in Maitama who probably sat in an air-conditioned classroom to write the same exam? Have we been fair to each other? So, what aspect of logistics failed? That's what we have come to. What logistics failed? You suspected that the exams were compromised. You had to make a way out. 3 days before that date. So what aspect of logistics failed? You didn't know that the papers would get to Taraba. You didn't know that they would get to, Jalingo. What part of it failed? So that we know how to address it in future. That's why we have called you, sir.
All right, thank you, causes for the delay. The first one was logistics. The vehicle conveying the exam material to Taraba had faults in the night because we had to travel overnight because of the time required to replace the paper. Then, in another part, our vehicle was not allowed to pass the community.
Head of Waec, please. What happened that led to replacement of the paper, please?
All right. When I said compromise, I mean that it was leaked. That is the word I use for compromise. Now, as we have only one press, which we started operating this year because we acquired a defunct printing press. We revived it. Unfortunately, it is operating just about 50%. So we also have 3 other commercial press houses that print our exam materials. And we trace that the particular paper in question, we trace where it came from. And then we took the remedial step of replacing it because it will not be in the best interest to have a paper that some people have unfair or undue advantage over. So now, apart from that logistic problem.
Sorry. You have confirmed now that it is the outsourced.
Mr. Registrar, you just told us there was a leak and you were trying to do a replacement. Were you certain another set of questions to replace the leaked questions?
Yes, sir, this time.
Okay, why I'm asking, when you have a leak, Waec is supposed to be a universal exam.
Yes, sir.
So when you are now replacing with a different set of questions, that means you are actually setting different questions in different states. Would that be a proper assessment?
When we have instances like this, like I said, it is not only in Nigeria. There are other times when other member countries are faced with peculiar issues that the International Waec Committee comes together and agree that for that member country, they should be assessed using a different instrument.
Okay, now I understand, or would you admit that this problem was not just in one state? Would you admit?
Yes.
Okay, when you decided to approve for exams to be written beyond the specified time or the normal time, what informed that decision?
Mr. Chairman, sir, we never did that. All that we have is for the exam to be written at the normal time, and that is the instruction we gave to staff and to supervisors.
So you are now saying that every exam that was written after the normal time should be invalid. Is that correct? Since you never gave that approval.
We do not do so, sir. The simple reason is this. When exams are delayed in any center, the supervisor and the invigilators stay there with the candidates to ensure that they do not have access to the question papers until the question paper comes to them. By so doing, they do not have undue advantage over others.
Well, again, you say you did not approve it. It's just like having elections. You know, we are politicians. Have you heard of what is called supplementary elections? Okay, you are not a politician. I will explain to you what it means. When you have elections that are supposed to take place at the same time in a particular state or local government or country, as the case may be, and you have issues or hiccups in some of the wards or local governments or even states, those elections can be cancelled and taken another day. And we call it supplementary elections. Do you know why they usually do that?
I do not really...
Okay, you wouldn't know because I will tell you, one, for fairness. For fairness. So if we liken this to what happened to these students, you have just told us that you never gave approval for any exams to be written after this normal time. The same you telling us that if it happens, those children should be held hostage. You know what it means? When you say they should not be allowed, including they cannot come out and urinate, because you don't have enough manpower to escort those children to the bathroom. If 100 of them want to urinate at the same time, you cannot escort all of them, but rather they should be kept in that room. Whether it takes 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, you don't care. What you care about is for that exam to be written whichever way. What you care about is for you to satisfy yourself. But you don't care about the Nigerian students. You don't care about other people's children. Do you know what it means to keep a child or children that are supposed to take a particular exam at 3 p.m.? you keep them till 9 p.m. Sir, do you have a conscience? From my explanation right now, do you have a conscience?
Mr. Chairman, sir, with all sense of responsibility, the students were never denied access to food or to any form of attending to conveniences. Like I said, just like when an exam is...
So I'm going to stop you again. They were not denied access to food, but you just told us. Maybe I'm not hearing right. You just told us anytime it happens, those children will not be allowed to leave. At the same time, you are telling us they were not denied access to food. Sir, can you give me a proof where you had to give those people food?
Let me help you.
I want to say, sir...
There's no fairness. Because if there is a natural disaster, the examiners will be told to observe that, and it is, maybe you make it up, you dash them marks. That's what you are trying to say.
No.
Sorry. I will now put it to you, sir, that the very thing you told us you were trying to avoid, that you indirectly or directly aided it. And I will tell you how. You suspected that there was a leakage in the questions. No. You suspected that there was leakage. And to make sure that that is not true, you had to change the questions. Good. You allow some people write by 3 o'clock. Some people wrote, you said it didn't affect everybody, correct? Good. And you kept my brothers, you kept my sisters, you kept my cousins in the village and allowed me to write the exam here in Maitama or here in Abuja. I finished by 5 o'clock. And my sister calls me and says, we have not started. I say, oh, you have not started? Okay, question number 1. This is what they asked. Question number 2. This is what they asked. In this era of internet and phone. So that thing that you said you are trying to avoid, you indirectly aided it. Because between that 5 o'clock and 9 p.m. that they had to write the exams, of course,
They have to start by 9.
so they're telling me 12, 10. Between that period, head of Waec, sir, people around the rural areas that are affected should have had adequate knowledge of the questions that you asked. Madam, it's like you wanted to answer. No, you were shaking your head. No. She wanted to answer.
Let the head of Waec who is willing to answer, please, sir. Please.
What I am saying, those candidates did not have the questions leaked to them. Because, like I said, you see, we have examinations, the same examination taken at different times. We've had, even on the timetable that you will see, the same questions given at different time. So what we do is that we use that word quarantine. When the first set is taking that same question, the other set is kept and is being monitored by invigilators.
You didn't understand me, sir, or you didn't understand yourself. You said these same exams, in some centers, they didn't have the challenge of logistics. Some other centers had that challenge of logistics. So for those who didn't have the challenge of logistics, meaning they had finished the exams when they were supposed to. And you also told us here that you didn't quarantine the candidates. You said it, that you allowed them access to food. You say how?
No, sir. They were not allowed to. Like I was trying to give example of what happens when we have the same question written over split time as indicated on the timetable. The second set is monitored and they never get access to it. More so, when they came for that exam, their handsets were already taken away from them. So that is the rule that we...
No, you were not there, sir.
Yes, sir, but by the rule that we have...
Okay. Okay, sir, just 1 minute. Honorable Boniface.
2 p.m.
Yes.
And you, in course of your conversation with us, you said there was late commencement.
Yes.
What time was the commencement time?
2 p.m. is the commencement time.
No, you said there was late commencement of those papers. You said it here. What time did they actually commence those papers? That was supposed to
Okay,
start by
so-
2 p.m.
The commencement
The late
varied.
the late commencement.
The late commencement, I said the time some of them started is not the same. It varies.
You said there was late commencement.
The ones,
Ordinarily, they were supposed to start by 2 p.m. like you said.
yes.
But there was late commencement. What time was the commencement time of the late commencement? What time?
Okay, the late commencement, some of them started as around 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Okay. Now, those areas that started with 7 p.m., like in the rural areas, did you make provision for electricity or light for them?
The offices arranged with the schools for alternative illumination.
Like
they
what?
provided some form of illumination.
Like what?
They had these rechargeable lights. Some of them used generators. And I saw videos.
Okay, you saw
of
videos.
some using
Okay, you saw videos
handsets.
where people were using torchlight
Using-
as well,
And handsets. I saw
And
videos.
handsets.
Yes.
and even candle.
But the
Wait, I'm coming.
handsets
No, no, no.
by invigilators and supervisors.
Wait,
But
hold
it
on.
was not the sole.
Hold
it
on. So the alternative arrangements were torchlight, candle, and even the handsets, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Generators and other forms of
He said
light.
yes. He said yes.
I
now,
said other forms.
Okay, now. Do you know that there are certain questions? Do you know that there are certain questions that answers could be provided through handsets by browsing?
I am not aware, sir.
You're not aware.
What I'm saying is that the handsets that came were not from the candidates.
Okay.
I don't think this man is serious, honestly speaking.
Honorable Okonkwo. No, we are coming.
Good afternoon. My name remains Honorable Amobi Godwin Oga. I represent Nigerians through the good people of Isukwato and Umunnochi Federal Constituency. Mr. Chairman, I'm from Abia State. Mr. Chairman, sorry that I came late for this special meeting because I said I must be here to speak for Nigerians. I must be here to defend our people. Sir, what have happened with your agency and also the JAMB, which you also oversight, deserve two of you to resign. I'm not here to mind words because you have exposed Nigeria to the level that people are laughing at us. At a point, I was asking myself, is it this a sabotage against the government? I am not part of APC government, but is it a sabotage or is it ethnical in the sense that look at what happened in JAM, look at what happened in Waec. I come from Southeast. Greater percentage of all these things that are happening are being done in the Southeast. What have we done that we deserve this? We are not, sir, whatever you are telling Nigeria, if you are in a developed society,
sir,
you should have resigned.
Honorable, they are very, very resilient people. I appreciate Nigeria. They are very resilient people. Otherwise, there could have been mass failure. Mass failure. Because people cannot write exam at that time. But you see them at all time, very resilient. So, Honorable Oga, don't bring ethnicity to this issue, please. This is a matter of Nigeria. This matter is about Nigeria. And we Nigeria must resolve it. We are talking about the institution Waec. He is the head of Waec. We have, before you came, we have apologized to parents, we apologized to Nigeria, because we know what Nigeria went through. Some person, sorry sir, some person may think that what we are saying here is a play, it's a joke. If it happened to you, if it happened to you, most of you here are father and mothers. If it happened to you, you know the enormity of the issue we are discussing here. So we are very, very concerned. But I want us to be very moderate. I want us to pull that emotion behind us. Then let's face the reality. The head of Waec is here, responding to our question. So we should be very moderate. We should keep ethnicity aside. We should put sentiment aside. We should look at this issue as what happened to Nigeria.